If you're anything like us, late-night television is more than just a show. It's a ritual. It's the comfort food of entertainment, a familiar voice and band that tucks us in at the end of a long day. For over 2 decades, Jimmy Kimmel Live has been that ritual for millions. And the heartbeat of that comfort, the man leading the charge with a saxophone and a smile, has always been Cleto Escobedo Ida. His absence from the show in recent months was felt deeply by fans. It was a quiet worry, a "where's Cleto?" whispered in online forums. We hoped it was a simple break, a vacation, anything but this. Then, Jimmy Kimmel confirmed the unthinkable. His childhood friend, his musical anchor, his bandleader for 21 years was gone. Cleto had passed away at just 59 years old. The news was a shock, but the why remained a painful mystery. Today, we have the answer, and it's a story of a devastating, complex, and heartbreaking battle. TMZ obtained Cleto's death certificate, and the clinical terms on that paper paint a picture of a man whose body was fighting an unwinnable war on multiple fronts. This isn't easy to read, but it's the truth of what our friend Cleto was facing. A battle on every front. What the report reveals. When we lose someone, we often crave a simple answer. We want one single, understandable reason. But for Cleto, it wasn't one thing. It was a catastrophic cascade of illnesses, each one compounding the last, until his body simply could not fight anymore. The immediate cause of death listed is cardiogenic shock. In the simplest, most human terms, his heart couldn't pump enough blood to keep him alive. His heart, the very source of the rhythm and soul he shared with us every night, was failing. It's a life-threatening condition that happens suddenly, and it's the final blow in a much longer, more complicated fight. But what led to this final, tragic moment? The death certificate lists several underlying causes, and they are brutal. The report lists alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver. This is a vulnerable, human, and deeply sad truth. It's a reminder that the struggles people face, even the ones who bring us so much joy, are often silent and profound. Cirrhosis is a late-stage scarring of the liver that severely impacts its ability to function, and it opened the door to other devastating complications. From there, the document lists vasodilatory shock, a life-threatening drop in blood pressure, disseminated intravascular coagulation, a terrifying condition where the blood's ability to clot goes haywire, and a cascade of other conditions that ultimately overwhelmed him. The report also notes other contributing factors: sepsis, a body's extreme, life-threatening response to infection; graft versus host disease, a complication that can arise from transplants, suggesting a deeper medical journey; an immunosuppressed state; chronic kidney disease; and pneumonia. Looking at this list, it's a miracle of strength and spirit that he fought for as long as he did. This wasn't a sudden departure. This was the end of a long, painful, and exhausting siege against his body. He was, as the report notes, an entertainer who played music for 40 years. He was a fighter, but this was too much. More than a band leader, a 40-year friendship. To understand the whole Cleto leaves behind, you have to understand he wasn't just a band leader. He was the band leader, the only one Jimmy Kimmel ever wanted. Their story isn't a typical Hollywood one. It didn't start in an audition room. It started in the neighborhoods of Las Vegas. Jimmy and Cleto were childhood friends. They grew up together, navigated their early years together, and shared a bond long before any camera was rolling. When Kimmel, against all odds, landed his own late-night show in 2003, he had a million decisions to make. But one was non-negotiable. He knew exactly who he wanted by his side. He fought for Cleto. In a world of slick, pre-packaged musical directors, Kimmel insisted on his old friend. He told producers and network executives that he simply didn't have better chemistry with anyone else. And he was right. That chemistry wasn't manufactured for television. It was real. It was two friends who had known each other forever, getting to live out their dream on the biggest stage imaginable. Cleto and the Cletones, the very name of the band, was a testament to their bond. For 21 years, Cleto was the anchor. He was the saxophonist who could punctuate a joke, the leader who could groove into a commercial break, and the steady, smiling presence across the stage. Their banter was effortless because it was genuine. It was the easy shorthand of a lifelong friendship, playing out for us to enjoy. When Jimmy confirmed his passing, his tribute was emotional and raw. It wasn't a boss remembering an employee. It was a man grieving a piece of his own history, a friend he'd known since he was a kid. The empty stage, Cleto's passing at 59 is a theft. It's too young too soon. He should have had decades more music, more laughter, more time. His legacy is written in 40 years of music, a career that spanned far beyond the JKL stage. But for us, the fans, his legacy is in the nightly rhythm he provided. He was the soundtrack to our evenings, the familiar tune in a chaotic world. The Jimmy Kimmel Live stage will feel incredibly empty for a long time. The music will play on, as it must, but the soul of that music, the man who was its heart and its history, is gone. We didn't just lose a band leader, we lost the tangible living proof of a friendship that beat the Hollywood odds. Our hearts are with Jimmy, Cleto's family, the JKL crew, and the Cletones. We, the audience, only saw a fraction of his light, but it was bright enough to light up our living rooms every night. He was cremated, a final quiet exit for a man who made such a joyous noise. Rest in peace, Cleto. Thank you for the music.